Sir,
Sir, start చేద్దాం sir.
okay. Good evening to one and all. Welcome to all the participants. Today we are going to have the statutory event of the Institute of Engineers as a webinar in the National Survey Day. The topic would be focus on safety leadership and environmental, social and governance excellence. The keynote speaker is Professor Dr. Murali Krishna V. Iyenki Garu. And I request, I also welcome the chairman of the Institute of Engineers, G. Venkat Subbai Garu, the past chairman and the council member, ISN Raju Garu, the past chairman, Professor Dr. Ramana Naik Garu. I also thank for D. Ramagar, who is the convener of the event, also a participant of today's event. And there are few corporate members who are also part of this event, sir. Chakravarti Garu, Swami Garu, Joy Garu, Naidu Garu, then Muppar Srinivas Garu. And I request the chairman to preside over the event, sir.
Thank you, sir. Dr. K. Sitaram Babu, Honorary Secretary. Respected keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Murali Krishna V. Iyenki, FIE, former Dr. Raja Ramanna, DRDO, Distinguished Fellow, Government of India. My colleague, Dr. K. Sitaram Babu, FIE, Honorary Secretary, Telangana State Center, Engineer D. Rama, Joint Honorary Secretary of IA Telangana State Center and convener of today's event. Dr. ISN Raju, Council Member, Professor Dr. Ramana Nayak, past Chairman of IA Telangana State Center and Committee Member, V.S. Rao Garu, Bogay Naidu Garu, Jai Persist from VBIT, Shankaraya Garu, and other participants, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I feel it is a great privilege and honor to me amidst this August gathering and extend a warm and hearty welcome to the keynote speaker and all of you to this National Survey Day. Actually, this day was supposed to be organized on 10th of this month, but it was not possible on that day due to some technical reasons. That is why today we are arranged for this National Survey Day. Today, I am very happy to be associated with this memorable event. 10th April is celebrated as National Survey Day throughout the country, not only in Survey of India, but all the state governments and union territories celebrate this day in a befitting manner. This day has a special significance in the history of surveying, as it is on this day that Major William Lambton started the GTS, Great Trigonometrical Survey, and the work of measurement of Great Arc from the Cape Comorin to Bangalore on 10th April 1802 by measuring a baseline near observatory at Madras, and later extended the arc to further north to Himalayas, to be very precise, to Binang in Mussoorie Hills. The work was carried on through a variety of tough terrain constituting of steep hills, wide and deep rivers, dense jungles infested with wild animals, insects, and above all, deadly mosquitoes, as there were no chemical sprays available to kill those, especially in jungles. First, to visualize such an arc connecting distant points through an unknown track, difficult to trespass, and then measure it on ground, surpassing all difficulties, was a even task. In the process, more people died than even in any of the wars. Hats off to persons who carried out such a stupendous task with courage, dedication, and devotion without bothering about the obstacle they had to face at the cost of their own lives. Though maps or sketches are available, right from the inception of human beings in different parts of the world, but to correlate them with other regions was a big problem. It is Survey of India who produced a variety of maps on different scales and showed how to correlate them to meet the requirements of users. But there is a basic requirement of control which binds all together so that maps, through though on different scales and covering a variety of terrain, could be viewed under one perspective to provide a desired picture of the area. What Major Lambton started on 10th April 1802 was a geodetic control which became the base of surveying in India later. 10th April is generally kept an open day by the Survey of India and state survey departments where they supply all the information about maps and show how a map is made, and how much of effort is involved in its production and demonstrate the latest.
2,07,500.
Sir,
7,000.
all of you kindly mute yourself. All of you kindly mute yourself.
22.
And the techniques are done.
Srikanth to mute.
Yes, sir. So Srikanth sir, request Srikanth to mute.
25.90.
And this is adopted by the Survey of India in this direction. GPS and laser beams have made the control work and surveying simpler, but need lot of technique and precision besides security measures to ensure that the data don't fall in wrong hands, as slightest lapse may do more damage than good. Maps are required by everyone for day-to-day life, and their use can make their life easy and better. Maps should be used in every walk of life for its smooth functioning. No wonder the system of GPS fitted in cars and other vehicles not only guides one to the destination but gives the shortest route. The greatest advantage is of knowing the location of the vehicle in which it is fitted so that necessary help or assistance could be rendered as and when required. So that is the importance of this National Survey Day. So today's keynote speaker will deliver the lecture on focus on safety leadership for ESG, environmental, social, and governance excellence. So on behalf of the Telangana State Center of IEI and on my own behalf, I once again extend a hearty welcome to our keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Murali Krishna V. Iyenki, FIE, former Dr. Raja Ramanna, DRDO Distinguished Fellow, Government of India, and all of you to this important event. Before I request Professor Murali Krishna V. Iyenki, I request Engineer D. Rama, convener of the event, to introduce today's keynote speaker, Professor Murali Krishna V. Iyenki. Madam, I request.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm very happy to introduce my guru, and he was my HOD when I was doing my MTech from JNTU. I'm very happy, sir. Now I'll give the brief profile of Dr. Murali Krishna, sir. Sir, Professor Dr. Murali Krishna V. Iyenki from Premier Institute, Indian Institute of Sciences, IISc Bangalore, is presently Dr. Raja Ramana Distinguished Fellow at the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, India. And he served as Assistant Professor in IIT Madras from 1976 to 79. As Senior Scientist and Head of the Marine Applications Division, National Remote Sensing Agency, Indian Space Research Organization from 1979 to 87. He was Professor and Founder, Head of the Center of Special Information Technology, CSIT at JNTU from 1990 to 2008, and was the Director of JNTU Research and Development Center from 2005 to 2008. The National Coordinator for Geospatial Public Health, which is National Networking Government of India project. He is Professor and Founder, Head of the Center for Special Information Technology, CSIT at JNTU from 1990 to 2005. and Director of Research and Development Center from 2005 to 2008. He did his PhD from Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore, and MTech from IIT Madras. He has guided and co-guided 26 PhDs and 152 MTech, MCA, MSc, and MS in the area of geospatial technology and data analytics and environmental management. Sir has served as a guest scientist at German Space Research Institute, DLR, and GKSS Research Center. His present research focuses are on hyperspectral remote sensing, image classification, and geospatial public health management and geospatial technology applications, and the National Coordinator for Geospatial Public Health, which is National Networking Government of India project. He has published more than 50 papers in peer-reviewed journals and about 80 papers in national and international conferences. He has authored 2 books on climate change and weather modification technologies in 2008 and environmental management, climate change, and contributed 3 chapters in the publications. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Now I request sir to give lecture.
Thank you, Dr. Rama, for the very
Thank you, sir.
detailed effort to presenting. Venkatratnam, can we share the screen? Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see the presentation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Greetings to all. Dr. G. Venkat Subbay Garu, Chairman, Institute of Engineers, Telangana State Chapter, and Professor of Mechanical Engineering. Professor Ramana Naik Garu, Dr. I.S.N. Raju Garu, past Chairman and Council Member, and K. Sitaram Babu Garu, Honorary Secretary, Dr. D. Rama, Joint Secretary, and esteemed other people, Venkatratnam Garu, Joy Persis, and Bogai Naidu, and other corporate members, Chakravarti, Srinivas Garu, and others. So it's my proud privilege to have this occasion to share my own ideas, my own experiences, my own thought processes on an important topic. Based on the advice, suggestion given by Dr. Venkat Subbay Garu, Chairman, under the ESG framework, and commensurating with the National Survey Day, how they both combine and what type of inputs we can derive, I've titled my presentation, How Geospatial Technology Supports Environment, Social, and Governance Frameworks Towards Sustainability. That is the focus on to be discussed, because when we talk about geospatial technology, the surveying, which was started on the we are celebrating with the geodetic control, has undergone several changes with the developments in the technology, and what type of technologies today are relevant that can support the environment and social and governance frameworks, ESG frameworks towards sustainability. That is the issue involved and how we can take things forward. So before we talk about any of these things, why sustainability should be our passion, basically, because sustainability is our passion, because it is dealing with the climate change, is one of the most pressing sustainable challenges of our time, and it is going to cause enormous issues, concerns, tasks, problems, catastrophes, chaos, if it is not taken care properly. Because the changes in the precipitation patterns lead to more frequent intensity of the droughts, floods, etc. So that also everybody knows about it. And sustainable practices help to conserve natural resources. That is where the sustainable issue comes very, very significantly. What matters is the growth of the technology, how this technology has changed over a period of the time. One can see, it started with in 60s, aerial photography, satellite remote sensing, and digital image processing, GIS, and GPS, LiDAR, etc. Today, artificial intelligence, generative AI, machine learning, deep learning, and digital twin model, which is, in fact, creating a lot of interest, keenness, and it has changed the way we look at the construction management issues compared to the past. So the technology has penetrated into our lives very, very significantly. Considering these issues, how this could be mattered is an issue of great concern. Because what is in terms of happening here is the trends in geospatial technology and education, because the technology is changing, and also the education, what education, what 15 years back, 10 years back, 5 years back has been taught in the area of information technology, in the area of engineering, in the area of geospatial technology, and in the area of surveying and satellite image processing, etc. It is changing by significantly. Today, the specific questions are how you are getting the geospatial data to meet the needs of the today and tomorrow. The data, because India is one of the leading countries with a lot of satellite data coming every day. And for the last 15 years, significant amount of data with low resolution has come. Today, very high resolution data is available at the click of a button. Data is available at a nominal cost, and most of the data is available at no cost, and particularly from the sources like data.gov.in. So the programs are here. Earn your master's degree in management, that is education, and developers push GIS beyond its current limits, and GIS strategic plan. These are all some I just pulled some crazy words which are in the market, that what is matters, where we are leading this particular technology. So considering these aspects, where and what and how and happening, in this background, ESG frameworks, technologies attain very, very special significance. What type of significance they arrive before we talk about the geospatial technology? Because see, the framework comes with so many, about 8 to 10 acts, starting with Pollution Act, Building Act, etc. While those frameworks are being assessed, they're continuously changing. Today, we are trying to apply the technologies like geospatial technology, how these technologies can benefit, can be applied so that optimum utilization of the ESG aspects like environment, social, and governance frameworks could be applied so that sustainability is maintained in an operational manner. That is what is the significant situation here. So the standardized environmental, social, and governance reporting frameworks are crucial for India's development landscape. So these frameworks, which have been highlighted as about 8 to 10 frameworks are identified, which are not, I'm not going to cover because I've just brief talk on what is the exposure of geospatial technology to ESG frameworks. I'm going to tell maybe a passing reference to these frameworks. The frameworks are very, very significant, doable, attainable, particularly with the applications of the technology, so that the landscape becomes much more clear, much more defined, much more advanced. So technology can help with the ESG trends to improve social and environmental impacts and facilitate this governance. Because these, I was telling, the frameworks are related to the carbon issuation, zero management, responsible accounting. So many things are available. So just a snapshot of the ESG I am putting here: environmental, social, and governance. Because the ESG criteria here represents essentially 3 fundamental categories for assessing the sustainability and the social influence. So out of this, environment, social, and governance, these 3 framework, the components of the single framework will impact, because the environment, the ESG environment has got impact on the climate change, etc. I need not tell, everybody knows about it. And the social impact, which is one of the more important components that is included in the framework, is because all factors over how it is influencing the ecosystem, including the workforce, and how it is influencing the leadership, ethics, executive issues like compensation, control mechanisms, and what are the rights and quality and brand issues from the governance point of view. It's a bit, at the moment, appears to be a bit what you call as fuzzy. But once we go to the technological applications to each component of environment, social and governance aspects, it becomes much more simple and attainable for any sort of issues. While being done these things, then let us talk about the surveying. What are the developments that have taken place surveying? Because the artificial intelligence is changing the way land surveying has been done in terms of data application, data collection, data prediction, data analysis, and data projection, and also data prescription. Those are all the things, everything is being modified because of advanced tools, and artificial intelligence is the method, the drones as the platforms, and machine learning algorithms, and AI-powered software. They're all changing the way things are happening, because AI is not, let us not say artificial intelligence is going to remove the role of the surveyor. No, it is going to remove the surveyor who is not expert in artificial intelligence, who is not commensurate with the domain knowledge integrated with the data technology. Data analytics is one of the most important aspects of the today and tomorrow's surveyor, because in this dynamic field of the land development and surveying, one of the most important aspects is staying ahead of the technological advancements happens to be one of the very, very critical issues for addressing the developmental aspects. So this is a simple data analytics tool. I'm just giving how the data is coming, descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics. Data is there, you describe the data, you diagnose the data, you predict the data. All these things are happening for quite 3-4 decades. But with the coming of artificial intelligence into these things, the generative AI today, one of the most important aspects coming, and the geospatial tools, particularly the what you call as point clouds, then the digital twins, they're all providing opportunities to go for prescriptive analytics. Those are the important aspects for changing with the technology. So how this geospatial technology can help in businesses validate their ESG initiatives. That is one of the most important things. So because we talk about the growth in the geospatial technology, by when due to the developments in artificial intelligence, then how the ESG parameters, which we just touched just now, what are the parameters that can be done? So monitoring and measuring the biodiversity, then which is environmental aspect. Then geospatial ESG utilizes satellite imagery. We have got enough satellites provide the data at any point of the time, at any a day. So geospatial artificial intelligence, the artificial intelligence combined with the location is providing one of the wonders of the technology, and it is helping people, organizations, bureaucrats, because ESG is one of the most important aspects. And the other aspect which is to be added to this technology is the digital transformation. I'm touching a few issues, one of the on the surface because of limited time, but these things are very important when we are talking about the issues of ESG, because data collection and processing, data automation in terms of applications to the climate, etc., become very, very significant for any aspects related to the the technology, because there are 6 digital transformation technologies which I am not going to touch at this point of the time. So we'll see what exactly, because when we talk about the ESG, environment, social geo-governance, ultimately, what's the geospatial component? So far, we are talking geospatial component as a tool to support the government, as a tool to evaluate the natural resources, as a tool to map the features. But how the GIS can happen in the business? What is the business component of the geospatial information? What is the value of these things? Because it allows us to better understand the around geospatial technology, allows us to understand very clearly the world around us and how a particular asset, it could be a real estate, it could be an agriculture area, it could be other type of asset, will perform and it will move from one place to the other place as the time moves, and how to incorporate the geospatial technology into the business, because the location happens to be the prime asset of the geospatial technology, and the geospatial technology enables any business to deliver targeted applications, messages with reference to the location. While doing these specific issues, how we are concerned, where we are concerned, when we are concerned, makes a specific issue. Because mapping the business value and how GIS used by the what you call as business, they happen to be very significant components. And today, the data collection has become as accurate as and comparable at a lower cost on satellites is by drones. You have got different types of drones, a single the rotor drone, then fixed wing drones, then fixed wing hybrid drones. All these types of drones are collecting enormous significant data one way or other, and they are going to add significant contribution to the geospatial technology as a viable, as a desirable, as a feasible, as a viable tool in the business overall to fit the framework of the ESG. The most important thing what we are talking here is the business of built environment. The built environment, because mapping business, how geospatial services improve customer experiences and operational efficiency, how GIS is used by the business, geographic information systems gather information, we already know about it. And this is very important. Geospatial ESG approaches can support the development of data libraries. That is where the significant component of the GIS matters a lot. So a very specific application is the geospatial data, built environment and various sectors, how they can move from one place to the other. Because if we also recognize the built environment as a system of the environments, which happens to be a very significant component of the business under the ESG system, because it can help to monitor the planned scenario right from the day conception, planning, building, and thanks to the development of the digital twin technology, which is one of the wonders of the applications of the AutoCAD. So the way the building construction could be modified with the digital technology is very significant, because if we recognize the built environment system of systems, we need to get a very wonderful insight into the built infrastructure. While doing these things, how technology can be significantly applied matters a lot. So the things are here, what we are saying, digital twin program, that's what I was just telling. This figure I'm showing just is not, we are not developed in digital twin technology. We are in the process of application of digital twin technology, but this is just were taken from somebody who has developed this digital twin technology. As an example, I'm just showing, and we are expecting to develop a digital twin technology, similar grounds for some of these places. Digital twin program, climate has been a pioneering climate change adaptation digital twin project being executed, which is expected to provide a practical example of how critical, how connected data can improve climate adaptation. So digital twins creating digital, what you call as twins, rendering of the objects becomes one of the very, very significant aspects. So particularly today, let me tell, in industries that range from whether it is architecture, engineering, or construction to transportation and government, digital twins are transforming how people make decisions. So that is going to be one of the most landmarks in the civil engineering community, digital twin, because the ArcGIS, one of the GIS software packages with its suite of what you call as the photogrammetry tools, software products, it enabling mostly users to create an accurate digital rendering. That is one of the most significant aspects of this development of this technology. While doing these things, how it can significantly contributing to the growth of the ESG trends. So how the geospatial technology can support ESG trends. That is what matters very significantly at this point at the time, because we are talking about the geospatial technology. We are talking linking with the ESG, one of the top priorities of the framework as conceived by the government and the industry. So how you can, the geospatial technology can help, because technology can always help the ESG trends by helping a government, an institution, or a company to manage its programs and improve social, environmental impact assessment and increase value for the people who are the stakeholders. That is one of the most important aspects of this issue. So improved data collection, that's what I was trying to tell you. Improved data collection is possible because of the geospatial technology, and the geospatial artificial intelligence, blockchains, robotics. These are all the technologies which are improving the efficiency, reducing the waste, and providing less carbon intensive means of environmental management. See, one of the most important, what you call as major concerns today is the sword hanging on everybody's neck is the climate change. When we're talking about the zero carbon, budget and the sea level range. So these are the main concerns everyone today have to think in terms of his operations, in terms of his technology applications, in terms of the technology development, or even in the education, or training, or research in institutions. So education happens to be one of the very important aspects to go from the traditional educational system, tools of the technology, to a more what you call as blurred border tools, because the borders between different technologies are today blurred, and there is no single technology. Every technology has some borrows from some other technology, and the artificial intelligence is not just applied to only that of computer science or somebody. It is up. There is no domain, there is no issue, there is no concern, there is no problem, issues where artificial intelligence has no application. People have to do research, innovation, Jugaad innovation. That is what exactly is needed because the technology is available, algorithms are to be developed, and the tools are available. The challenges are understood. So let us make ESG as a challenge, take it, and geospatial technology has got immense role in its application in one way or other. So let us recall the role of geospatial technology in ESG appraisal. A quick thing is satellite remote sensing is one of the aspects. Emergence as a promising solution, which we all talked. And geospatial ESG uses the most comprehensive means for tracking global scale changes. And when they integrate with the understanding of socioeconomic, ecological, and demographic changes, remote sensing helps. So the role of the geospatial technology, which consists of satellite technology, remote sensing applications, GIS, ground surveying, GPS, navigation, a combined use of these things, because this happens to be the most useful, viable, dependable technology for any aspects. So in this background, what is the way forward here? Let me say here. So our road ahead, before I conclude, I just want to define what are the challenges that the industry, the academic community, the professional body like Institute of Engineers should address. Is education and research in general, and geospatial technology in particular, should align, should make it compatible with the task for addressing ESG due to a few illustrated points below. I have illustrated 2 or 3 points out of my reading and out of our concern being carried out, wherein a program on the geospatial technology applications on under the ESG framework in selected areas in the country. So how it is relevant to the real world challenges? ESG issues are the forefront of many of the major challenges facing society, such as climate change, inequality, ethical business practices, which we talked just now. There is no hidden thing we can escape from these things. We can only minimize the damage. But what extent we can minimize the damage due to the climate change? We have to apply our own ideas, our own tools, our own methodologies, and what is desirable, what is feasible, what is viable to be adopted. So interdisciplinary nature, ESG can encompass a range of disciplines from economics, finance, sociology, environmental science, making it a relevant area of study for many academic fields. That means all academic programs, all education programs, all research programs should concentrate on this ESG range, what frameworks ESG is involved. Then the education and research in general and the geospatial research should pay attention to the environment, so societal changes and the governance, because it is a crucial area of study that can have a significant impact on society and the economy with a good scope for bright career. So the technology is there. We cannot think in the same manner what we are thinking for the last half century or 1 century. So we have to use the principle of design thinking. That means technology pull, not technology push. We should not give a technology what we know, but we should give a technology what is needed. Because when Marconi invented the radio, nobody used it for 30 years because nobody wanted radio. It is a technology push, but technology pull is mobile phone is a technology pull. It is accepted by everybody. So let us think the technologies, geospatial technologies, modification to meet the requirements, the frame of the ESG in a more comprehensive manner by moving not in a linear thinking, in a non-linear manner. That is the end of thinking of linear issues, and what exactly we can derive in terms of the real world challenges and the opportunities for the people. The tasks to be done are enormous. So let us work in those issues and take forward the specific goals, specific issues in a more comprehensive and optimum manner. That is what is the issue. So I just wanted to give a brief address here on what is ESG and what is geospatial technology and how it is relevant to we talk on a National Survey Day. It fits very well. There is no tool other than National Survey Day. We can talk on this ESG application because it meets the requirements of environment, society, and the governance, which is the chief objective, chief goal, chief applicability of the geospatial technology. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any queries from participants, please? Any questions, please? Okay, so if there are no questions.
I wanted to just give a brief address to the entire
Yes.
topic. So that was the reason, and because those who are interested can always call me, because we can talk for 1.5 hours lecture here, because in this type of meeting where people are combined with the basic, but ESG is one of the most important aspects which need to be addressed in one way or other when we are talking about the environmental damages and sustainability and implementation through the governance programs.
Yes, sir. So though it is brief, it is very interesting, sir. So related to the theme, you have very clearly explained the trends in geospatial technology and education, and how ESG is crucial for India's developmental landscape, and also importantly related to the latest technology, artificial intelligence, how it is applied in land surveying. And another important program, digital twin program, sir, that is very interesting. And I think that that is more useful in surveying process. And how geospatial supports ESG trends. And finally, you said that ESG is a multidisciplinary subject. It is not related to anyone, but it is related to all branches of engineering and also includes the science also. That is very, very important thing you have expressed today, sir. And another one important one is linear thinking and non-linear thinking. So it is very, very interesting, sir. From your lecture, it is highly impressive one, sir. So about thinking, there are two types that I came to know, and how they are and how they will be for the betterment.
Non-linear thinking, initially you will have depression because below the non-linear, but you will cut the linear thinking point at one place and move ahead, far ahead. Now the linear thinking. Linear thinking goes systematically, but non-linear thinking starts from the bottom, cuts the line and goes up. That is the how non-linear thinking issues. So that is where we have to think about non-linear thinking, not linear thinking. That's the issue.
Yes, sir. That is very interesting, sir. So thank you very much, sir, for accepting our request to be the keynote speaker. Within a short period of time, you accepted and gave an interesting and inspiring lecture, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Now I request Dr. K. Sitaram Babu, Honorary Secretary, to propose
Chairman
vote
sir,
of
once
thanks.
again. Chairman sir,
Sir, please, I am requesting.
explain everything on behalf of you. We are very happy. Our chairman sir have explained everything, and once again thanks to my guru. Chala Babu sir. Once again thanks to Murli sir.
మీ గురువు కాదు మీరు మాకు
No sir,
Thank you very much.
మాకు కావాల్సిన ఫ్రెండ్.
Sir, and Vegana Naidu garu kuda congrats to get that.
Sir, thank you very much, sir, Dr. Murali Krishna Garu, for having given a wonderful lecture, sir. I should thank the chairman of the Institute of Engineers, Dr. G. Venkat Subbai Garu, and the convener for today's event, Dr. Engineer D. Ramagaru, for having made this event a grand success and a reality. In fact, this event is a reality because of them. And we should also thank the past council members, Dr. ISN Rajgaru, and past chairman, Dr. ISN Rajgaru, and Professor Dr. Ramna Naik Garu, and also the convener of the event is the Honorary Joint Secretary, and also EC member, committee member of the Telangana State Center. We should thank them, sir. And there are many corporate members who are also part of this, sir. And sir, we would also like to involve you in various other activities, sir, with Institute of Engineers. Typically, we'll come up with a one-day event and two-day event. The purpose of this is the percolation of the knowledge, like you, very eminent personality, sir. We would like to call you, sir, upon those events, sir, to be one of the keynote speaker for one of the technical sessions, sir. I'll be in touch with you. We'll be in touch with you. Would like to
Dr. Sitaram Babu Garu, I'm always available. It's my proud privilege to participate in Institute of Engineers activities. Certainly, I consider it as a great honor to be there. Please.
Thank you very much,
Thank
sir. The idea is to percolate your knowledge to the next generation, sir. Anyway,
Sure.
I should also thank few members who are also part of this. Anand Garu, Saiti Garu, then Srikant Garu, Shankarai Swami Garu, or even other member, Dr. Mohammad Muhyiddin is also our past joint secretary, and the current EC member for mechanical is also part of the event, sir. We should thank him for having part
Sir,
of this.
V.S.
Naresh Nalla.
V.S. Rao Garu is also there, sir. V.S. Rao Garu, our past
V.S.
chairman, is
Rao-
also there.
V.S. Rao Garu, and we also Jai Naidu Garu, V. Srinivas Garu, Chakrabarti Garu, and many other corporate members, sir. And we should thank
Yes, sir, thank you.
each and every individual for having part of this, sir. And now I request all the members to stand up for the national anthem, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Can you remove this screen? I think your stopped screening thing.
Yes, sir. Screen is already stopped, sir. Just now we are going for Janagana Mana.
Okay, okay.
Murakshna.
Ratnam Garu.
Jai Bharat Bhagya.
Shall we start? Ratnam Garu పని చేస్తుందా లేక మేము స్టార్ట్ చేయమా?
పని చేస్తాం సార్ చేస్తాం
వీడియో చెప్పండి.
विनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind.
జై హింద్.
Okay, sir. Sir, once again, thank you, sir, Murali Krishna, sir. And thank you for all of you for participating in this program.
So all
థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ సార్.
Good program. Next time,
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. తప్పకుండా, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
my hearty congratulations to Dr. Rama.
Sir, Rama and Naidu sir.
Naidu,
Madam,
Naidu.
yes, madam.
Both.
Yeah.
మేడం కంగ్రాట్స్
Sir.
చెప్తున్నారు సార్, ఏంటి రీజన్?
సార్ డాక్టరేట్ తీసుకుంటున్నా అని చెప్తున్నారు సార్
Thank you.
అడ్వాన్స్ గా.
ఓకే ఓకే. మాకైతే పార్టీతో చెప్తారు కాబట్టి డోంట్ వరీ.
Bogay Naidu garu already got the doctorate. Bogay
Yeah,
Naidu.
yeah, yeah.
Sir.
Oh, congrats, sir, Naidu garu.
Small correction.
thank you very much, sir.
I got now 44 PhDs.
Oh, congratulations.
44, great,
Half
sir.
century, sir. Half century. Touching.
That's the thing. So nothing is just out of. I mean, just taking it.
Okay, sir, right, sir, right, bye.
Thank you very much.